Hello, very good afternoon to you. Welcome to your lunchtime news bulletin. I'm Shahin Jarampati. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. President Mahinda Rajapaksa rejects the resolution at the UNHRC session. President orders the release of all Indian fishermen under Sri Lankan custody. Youth representatives depart for Singapore on their world tour. A clash in Ambalanthota leaves an urban councillor and 3 others injured. Finally, search continues for missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. Now for the stories in detail, President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that he rejects the US-sponsored resolution on Sri Lanka presented at the UNHRC session yesterday. President Rajapaksa made this statement while speaking to the AFP news agency. President Mahinda Rajapaksa told AFP while rejecting the resolution at the UNHRC that he would instead press ahead with his own reconciliation plan. The President said, quote, "This resolution only hurts our reconciliation efforts. It does not help." Unquote. President Mahinda Rajapaksa added, quote, "But I am not discouraged. We will continue with the reconciliation process I have started." Unquote. He said, quote, "I think it is encouraging that India did not vote against us." Unquote. Meanwhile, President Mahinda Rajapaksa ordered the release of all Indian fishermen under Sri Lankan custody. According to the Presidential Media Unit, the Fisheries Department will take steps to enact the orders of the President. The Director General of the Department of Fisheries, Nimal Hettiarachchi, stated that currently 91 Indian fishermen and 24 fishing vessels remain under Sri Lankan custody. The ballot boxes and ballot papers for the Western and Southern Provincial Council elections were distributed at 7 this morning. Deputy Elections Commissioner M.M. Mohammed said that voting will take place at 4,253 voting centres. 5,898,427 individuals are eligible to cast their vote at tomorrow's elections. The Deputy Elections Commissioner said that 608 counting centres have been established. M.M. Mohammed added that 420 of these counting centres are based in the Western Province, while 188 centres are based in the Southern Province. 3 persons, including a local government member, sustained injuries following a clash between 2 groups of people in Ambalanthota last night. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona stated that the clash resulted from an argument that arose following a car accident. He added that the injured local government member is currently receiving treatment at the Ambalanthota hospital, with the other 2 persons admitted to the Thangol hospital. Moving on to more local news, an individual died after a backhoe toppled over in the Kuttikulama area in Galin Bindunuwava. The accident took place when the backhoe collided with a tipper in the Kuttikulama area. The driver of the backhoe was in the vehicle at the time of the incident, and the driver was killed when the backhoe toppled over. The victim of the incident is said to be a 23-year-old, a resident of the Kuttikulama area. A pregnant woman was injured in an accident which took place between a car and a motorbike in the Ranmutugala area in Naramala. The police said the incident took place as a result of a head-on collision between a car and a motorbike. The pregnant woman was admitted to the Kurunegala Base Hospital for treatment and is said to be a resident of Halwala area in Naramala. The driver of the motor vehicle has been taken into custody for further inquiries. On the sports, Sri Lanka T20 captain Dinesh Chandimal praised the English batsmen for their 6-wicket victory over Sri Lanka yesterday and blamed his fielders for their loss.
Well, he batted exceptionally well. He got the good start. I think the key thing is Morgan batted really well in the middle order. So he set the momentum throughout the inning. Then after that, Hales batted brilliantly. So all the credit goes to their batters. They played exceptionally well. Our fielding is below par tonight, so that's why we lose the game. So as a team, we have to pick up the pieces and we'll have to win next game. So we keep our fingers crossed for that.
Well, today is day 2 of Around the World in 40 Days, which is a world tour in lieu of the World Youth Conference. The youth delegation from Sri Lanka reached Singapore earlier this morning. Providing us with the details on the tour is Ramesh Irugal Bandara, who is the assistant manager of Newsfirst.
Around the World in 40 Days.
The Sri Lankan delegation that is going around the world in 40 days arrived in Singapore this morning as part of their tour to create awareness on the World Conference of Youth 2014, which will be held in Colombo. Now, the This is actually the second stop on their tour, which includes 18 countries. Now, when they landed in Singapore, their first meeting was with the High Commissioner, Sri Lankan High Commissioner in Singapore. The delegation handed the official Sri Lankan flag that they are carrying to the High Commissioner and engaged in discussions with her. The delegation representing Sri Lanka is due to hold discussions with members of the youth community in Singapore later today. Tomorrow they will fly off to Indonesia, which is the third stop on their journey. For Newsfirst, I'm Rameshwar Bandara.
And with that, we wrap up today's edition of Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shahid Rampati.
Hotline 0114